Okay, based on what they said in the filing, I got segue there about how she's not able to get proof that they were boss used despite all her pounding the sanctions and subpoenaing everybody under the moon. They also talk about, excuse me, that her only anger is the fact that Justin fought back and was trying to defend himself, as he should, as a human being and as someone with rights. And we've seen that with how she's responded in her filings, how Brian responded previously in his filings before his case was dismissed, unfortunately. And so they say she's just been offended that he's defended himself. And we've seen that already. Anyone with sense who reads her responses will. Anyway, I'm just trying to look at my points here. And him defending himself, by the way, is not a smear campaign. He didn't put stories out there. We've seen the text of him and Jamie talking about how, oh, either speaking good about her, that's great. So far, they not saying anything about us. We're just going to put out positive stories about ourselves and defend ourselves with the truth. But she doesn't like that for some reason. Anyways, yeah, for damages, Shapiro argues about the double damages that she's trying to seek. She's trying to seek damages in one thing for her acting, in another thing for her business. That's not how it's done. Like, even I know that. Anyways, also, Sarowitz, he's not supposed to be here. According to the argument by Shapiro, and common sense will also show you that. He was the financier of the movie, yes, but he was never on set, so it has nothing to do with it. His company is Wayfarer. It ends with us LLC is what she should have sued. But she tried to sue Wayfair because, Sarowitz is a billionaire, two-time, and she wants to get some of that money. But you're not supposed to sue. She said he aided and abetted in the whole harassment. How? He was never on set. In fact, when he wanted to come on set and speak to her about, wanted to let her know who's financing this film, they pushed him back. Jamie and Justin, they're like, no, no, no. And then the $100 million claim, she said that he was going to liquidate $100 million to find her. Till today, we've not had that. We've not seen text, emails, audio, video of proof of that claim by Blake. Now, the whole Israel-Hamas situation, anyone with common sense, because I know this is kind of controversial to people, is not. For me, I'm a Christian first and foremost before anything. Hamas is a terrorist group, a group dedicating their lives to killing Jews. So I don't think anybody's saying today, oh, that just like the American government destroyed Al Qaeda, I will destroy someone. Would that be controversial? I'm sure to my generation, millennials, and then Gen Z, that'll be controversial. But you don't have sense if that is. Go ask the families that were killed in the 9/11 attack if that's going to be controversial for them. Or go ask the Israeli families who were horrendously attacked on October 7th if that's a controversial statement. All of you over there in the West, you're not here in the Middle East or here in my country, in Africa, where we're constantly dealing with terrorist attacks. I have friends or families who've had families destroyed, eviscerated because of these terrorists and their ideologies. So that's not controversial to me, but I segue, sorry, political speak. I can help myself. Anyway, based on that audio, what came out wasn't that Steve Sterling was like pounding his tables and angry and raving and ranting, I'm going to destroy her. Just like Israel destroyed Hamas. Yeah, I'm going to destroy her ground. I'm going to cut off your heads. No, it was more of a like Israel destroyed Hamas. I will destroy her. And then he even made a joke about it. And Claire Ayub was like, oh yeah, destroy her. That kind of thing. Whether like joking. But he said it's not a place he wants to go to, but he will defend himself, which he has a right to. This is his company, his source of income. Every businessman, what his merits is going to say, I will defend my company, my baby, what I built with my hands, till my last. Something that Ryan is currently doing and will probably agree to. Anyways, so they also use that and say that that is not also clear evidence for any smear campaign or whatever. Based on facts, yes. Did he say, I am going to destroy Blake Lively by planting stories to eviscerate her? No. He said, I will defend myself depending on how they go. That doesn't have proof that he smeared you or he helped to harass you, which, by the way, was not brought up by Claire Yu because he kept singing Justin's praises in that video. Justin's praises in that video. And Claire didn't say, oh, by the way, I had so-and-so with Justin, so I don't share your whatever about him. Anyways, what else? I think I have something to explain. The issue of power imbalance. So Blake tries to argue on one end that, because of how much power Justin and Wayfair had, she was subjected to so and so. And then on the other end, she likes to point out her, credits and what she did for the film, filing a letter to PGA. That is going to bite her in the ass because you can't have that kind of letter, that kind of power in the PGA credits, which gives you the power of things on set and everything that goes on there. And she had say the wardrobe and filming. Yes, not to actually go. I'm sorry I keep referencing her. She's the one I just recently finished watching, so her thoughts to stay in my head. I'm not attacking her. I'm just trying to use her as a, back and forth things that I feel like some people are saying that I don't agree with. And she said that she just had a baby and whatnot. Many actresses just had, like, for instance, I follow Bollywood as well. I'm, like I said, I'm a big lover of that. So I watch all kinds of movies, I listen to all kinds of music, and I read all kinds of books. And in Bollywood, there's this big actress, Deepika Padukone. She just lost two big movies, like huge movies in Bollywood. I'm talking mega superstar level movies. And it's one particular actor. In one of those movies, it's a sequel, and the other one is like a new one. And she lost it because of the things she's asking. She's asking for less, time on set and just different things she's asking for because she just had a baby when she started to film these two movies back to back or something. I'm not sure, but she just gave birth last year. Her daughter just turned one this year. And so she was asking for these things because she felt it's going to help her. One of the movies she lost, she was asking for too much, a big five-star hotel for 25-man crew that she has the multi-tar and other things, more pay, more back-end pay based on profits, yada, 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 but with less time. And they felt, no, you can't be having less time. One of them is a little different language from what she speaks, which is Hindi. You don't want to speak the language, but you want more pay. So all of that is to say she lost those movies. She was removed. And this is someone that just gave birth. Now, in her position, if she had the kind of power that Blake had, she could have just said, you know what, why don't we move filming to, I think she lives in Bandra, somewhere in India, in Bandra, where most of the high profile people live. She could have just moved it there so she could be closer to home. And instead of staying there, she could just go home to spend time with her kid. For Blake, unlike unlike her, for Blake, she moved the production all the way from Boston to New Jersey because she's based in New York, so it's going to be closer to home for her. This is someone that, if we're going to compare in careers from Blake Lively to Deepika, Deepika is an A-lister of A-listers in Bollywood, in India, in Asia. I don't even like Deepika. I don't, for other reasons, but I don't like her as a person. But when it comes to accolades and career heights, she has more than Blake. The Blake was able to move an entire production to another state just because she just gave birth, which is fine, but that also shows that you have more power. Because Wayfair, Sarawetz, Jamie Hill, Justin, even Sonny went able to step in and say, no, this is going to have more cost. This is going to cost a lot of burden for us. So we understand you just gave birth and whatnot. We'll try and work around that, but we're not going to move the filming for you. But they did. If that is not power, I don't know what that is. So they say this disproves, sorry, they say this disproves her whole argument about, power imbalance, because now you can't say that this man was able to bully because of power and all that, or simultaneously be able to carry out things like the whole editing of the film, the song choice, the wardrobe, the filming location without pushback. Yeah, it doesn't happen. So yeah, that's just my main takes, and I've referenced the videos. Later on, I'll be talking about the depositions. Justin Baldoni's depositions there, Jamie Heath, Sarowitz, Isabella Ferreira, Colin Hoover, the whole bunch of people involved. I saw how in one of the snippets from Justin's own deposition how fucking Michael Gottlieb was trying to drill him. Michael Gottlieb, I'm sorry, in my opinion, he's a loser ass lawyer. He was defending Drake, the alleged pedophile, the guy who has videos of, rubbing up on teenage girls who won't find out how old they are. Defending him against Kendrick Lamar, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. His song Not Like Us, when he's calling Drake, allegedly, in my opinion, what Drake actually is and has shown us to be with videos and pictures and his behavior with underage girls. And he helped Drake to sue UMG for defamation for that song. Rightfully, the case was dismissed. They filed an appeal. That shows you how loser of a lawyer Michael Gottlieb is. such a loser ass lawyer. I hope he loses this case too. Two of the biggest high profile cases he's had in years, and he's going to lose them both back to back by God's grace, in my opinion. What else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, I saw the text that Justin wrote. I saw it on Reddit where he spoke about his encounter with Ryan Reynolds, how Ryan Reynolds belated and bullied him for 5 hours straight, and he was in shock. And he spoke with his people about even when he's with his wife and Jamie, he still felt lonely. That's how depressed and horrible he felt after those allegations, and how he felt less than like a 7 year old. Not like 7 years or less than, but like a man of his age and status and what he's done. How another man was talking to him. Yeah, Ryan is a bully. We've seen that already. And Ryan is a weirdo. We've seen that already. In my opinion, Ryan is a bully. In my opinion, he's a weirdo. In my opinion, he's a sociopath. In my opinion, he's a psychotic, malignant spirit. In my opinion, Ryan is a very dangerous, narcissistic, malignant, psychopathic, sociopathic bully. He's scary. The way he treats people. Even his own kid, forcing her to say all of his sexual stuff at that age hundreds of times. He's a horrible person, in my opinion. And karma is coming for him. That's one thing I love about life. Balance is everything. Karma will come. Anyways, that's all I have for now. So catch you guys later and probably talk more about this. Bye.